hello. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Hi. Hello, Flo. I need to move the mic a little. It's a little bit too close. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Hello, Golden Legacy. Did my knight ever figure it out? Image flipped? Did I flip the image? It is flipped right now, actually. No, he didn't. I see. You do look very different. Ah, okay. I feel like the one giveaway is that your name is still in Leet Speak. I feel like that's the one big clue. Oh yeah, I did flip the image. Yeah. Yeah, crystals were on the wrong side. Yeah. Well, I gotta flip the image to, test and draw and all that. But anyway, gonna be making new profile picture today. That's loud. Sorry. I'm turning that down. Think about there? That looks like about where I usually have the music. This still might be a little loud. Let me know. You don't think time knew either? Alright, Flo, so you recognize it immediately. I see. I understand. Outer Wilds music is just that good. Alright, so obviously I started the sketch already. I already got the base down. Took me a while, but I think it's pretty okay. I still need to do the outfit, even though the outfit's not really gonna be showing up in the profile picture. But hello, Ghost. How are you doing today? Also, what speak? Leet speak. That's what's called when you use numbers as letters. Did I just thank myself that bad? Okay. Anyway, so that was a very, very, very quick sketch of like the basic original outfit. Yeah, leet speak. Put on, put down. Exactly. I need another sip of tea. I'm tired today. I did not want to get out of bed. Oh, Golden Legacy was taken, so that's why you did it. You see. Okay. But yes, I'm very tired today. So basically, once we get this done, we're either going to try out some game demos from the next fest, or we're gonna play a game. But I'm gonna let you guys guess what game it is, because I feel like I'm very predictable at this point. You always do it because your wanted username is always taken, even then you just like doing it. I understand. You know what? I kind of want like a fluffy outfit. So where is it? There it is. So like, here's my fluffy dress. So we could just do the fluffy dress, like the little puffy sleeves. And the super fluff. Okay, that's too much. Super fluff more that goes up to there. And then like that. That's like the super fluff dress. So I could do that. Which I do think this one's pretty cute. And then maybe this is something I was originally planning on doing, but it just, I couldn't get to look quite right. But like put a big ol' like fluffy bow behind her head for this one. Because why not have accessories? Right? Right? And also, I can't forget the fluffy bow on the tail. Because fluffy bows everywhere. And into boots. I almost forgot the boots. Can't forget the boots. Accessorize. So there's a fluffy dress. Here, I think this one looks way better if I add a little color. Let's just do off-white. And just the slightest big yellow in there. Almond lead speak would be worse for the aim counter? What do you mean the aim counter? Just fluff. So we gotta have the super fluff. We're doing this. Oh, maybe I should have made it slightly pink. That would have been really cute. And there's just something about fluffy clothing that I absolutely adore. We'll fluff on the boots, and then we'll just make the boots the same color as her eyes. Just, or my eyes. My eyes. Just for ease. So there's fluffy dress. I like the fluffy dress. Oh, oh, you say only 3 people read your name, Sir Alm. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, at least it's not AI. I do seem like a person who likes fluffy things. I am. I very much am. My sweater today is kind of fluffy. Actually, what if I take this and I make it more... Looks like I'm color matching. I love autumny colors too. I'll just take all this. Yeah, 1 and I are too similar. Yeah. And L too. There are just not enough good variations that people like to use. Or not enough good variations in the fonts. It is very unfortunate. I kind of like this red. Slightly more red. Okay, maybe not quite right for the fluffy dress. I think the white is a little... It just looks better. Especially with the color palette. Because otherwise the red just it overtakes the whole thing. She kind of has to wear muted colors. Oh, so you mistook Om's name because of too many FPS games. I see. Alright, I'll just call this one Fluffy. So just really quick. That should also be filled in. So fluffy dress versus... Meh. We're going to ignore that one. That one's ugly. So what about something like a pale pink? What else? What else could we do? The I is slightly shorter than the L. I'm guessing that's what those are. You always see it. And a pixel thicker. Like, a pixel's ridiculous. Let's see. I kind of go for like pants. Or there's like a longer skirt. Maybe I should just do one of my actual outfits. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling fluffy dress today, but let's see what else. Maybe we go with the puffy sleeves again. It feels a little bit too, like, prissy princessy, especially with her expression. Like, super puff. Just looking like a bowl of cotton candy. Here, let's see. If we're really going for that, and get the whole tutu look going. It's like an outfit you would put on an actual cat. Like a little princess tutu outfit. Oh. Oh, it's so stupid, it's funny. And then... let's see, maybe it actually would be almost white. Like that. Like Lottie from Princess and the Frog in her party dress, yeah. It does kind of have that vibe. Okay, okay, what if we just change the color though? Make it more like yellow gold. Or even like just more of a gradient. Very light. That's actually, it's kind of cute. Yeah, this isn't poofy enough. It's not poofy enough to be Lottie, but you know, we can pretend. We can pretend. Okay, let's see, what other outfits? What if we do something a bit more sensible? So, like, what about a jacket? So, I was thinking like a jacket going out. Maybe the collar comes like down here. It's like a really long one. So if it's like that, maybe a few buttons. Okay, so like if that's kind of sort of the goal. We've got like a long collar. Maybe something unbuttoned. So come down. And then it either go around her leg or forward. like that. We'll pretend that the hem would kind of come around. Maybe there-ish? Or she's got this wearing something underneath. There-ish? Bring that shoulder out a little bit. It's gotta be on top of her after all. And maybe she's wearing something like a V-neck underneath. Maybe something like that? You went to bed early yesterday? Good job, I tried. And then I read in bed. But also I had to try out the new bunny that Yuli and I unlocked. She's so cool. She's so weird. I love how weird she is. You were asleep by 1? Good job. I was asleep by 9? No, not asleep by 9. I think I was asleep by 11 at least. I think I actually got to bed around 9:30. I was reading for a little bit, but then I had a place in House of Leaves where a character was about to describe a nightmare, and I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't read that as the last thing before going to sleep. So I decided to end it right there. Yeah. If you don't watch yourself, you usually go to bed by 2 to 5. I feel you. It's usually not that late for me. But I will very easily stay up until 2. Like 1 to 2. And then my natural wake up time is 9 a.m. Unfortunately, I cannot sleep in that long now. I wish I could, but I can't. And it makes me sad. You've never been to go staying up late, you're an EP person? You know what? If you are naturally a morning person, I am envious. Because unfortunately the world very much prefers morning people over night owls. You know what? I really like this so far. It's almost 9:30 and you're almost asleep. Well, good night. Thanks for dropping in, Witch. I appreciate it, but please sleep. Please get some eeps. Don't force yourself to stay up. Let's see, I definitely want this to be a really dark jacket. And then maybe we could do like some nice orange highlights. Ooh, or white jacket. Okay, hold up. What if we do white for the jacket? Or like a very light orange. Okay, it's more like a cream, but that's okay. Just got a color around arm. And that way her underclothes can be black. Is this me just designing my next outfit? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I like that. I feel like that's pretty cute. It looks like something I would wear. I have more than a few pieces of clothing. Probably more than I should, because I really like collecting clothes. And then, what if we actually go for a yellow top? Like a kind of slightly darker yellow, more or less golden top. And then we go for charcoal paints. And no shoes. I mean, who wants to wear shoes anyway? I mean, really? Unfortunately, I did just paint over the leg lines. So you can't see those, but oh well. Maybe we'll just redraw this really quick. I'll just go. Oh, that is big. More like, oh. So we're drawing the pants. We're not drawing the leg, we're drawing the pants. There we go. I do not hate that. It's a very mature look. Speaking of, you have an alarm on 9:30 most. The alarm on 9:30 on Wednesday morning is the most useless alarm ever. You either wake up before it because you have something to do, or you turn it off, then fall back asleep because you didn't. I feel that. Classic cat. Yes. Oh, I know what she's missing. She needs an earring. Actually, she needs a few earrings. Yeah, there we go. I'll just add some highlights. You know, she knows that she's gonna lose the ear soon anyway, so you might as well make the most of it. Okay. There we go. Aim is funny. AI was actually traumatic. I mean, I can tell from how often you bring it up. It is a very funny one to me, though. Okay. I'm going to call this one business casual. I think that fits this very well. I do want to add buttons. No good jacket is complete without buttons. Okay, not exactly perfectly spaced. That is okay. Yeah. Man, let's make those wood. So we'll make them same color as her eye. I like wooden buttons. I think they look really nice. I'm gonna start up the inside of the sleeve a little. Yeah. I am pleased with this. Go see how the bots are being caught. It's great. Your filters are doing a very good job. Yeah, I really like this one. I was going to ask Owl what he thinks, but he is concentrated. You like this one? Okay, this one has the owl seal of approval. Let's see. What else? What else would be good? What's another good alternate? What would be like a good evening gown? I could base it off of one I already have. The seal of approval. That one just doesn't quite work. No, sorry, Also, right as I was going live, I realized that I forgot a very, very important piece. I forgot. Maybe this color. I forgot her eye bags. You know, the ever-present real eyeshadow. They always be puffy. They always be there. I'm always eepy. There. What was that little bit up here for like actual eyeshadow too? No, that looks weird. No. No. Okay. Finish the body. Okay. Skin is casual. What else? I do not need to make a vector layer. Let's see. So, evening gown. Just start with a dark color. Let's see. It would kind of be like that. And then relatively form-fitting. We'll just fill all this in. I feel like a big part of evening attire is accessories. Okay, and the dress I'm thinking of, it really flares out at the bottom. So let's go here, and then we're looking at like a mermaid type. There's no slit. So it would just kind of go out. Unfortunately, with the whole Animal Crossing style, I don't think it'll quite look right. Because Animal Crossing be very chunky. She looks like Ursula. She's looking very Ursula, like Little Mermaid Ursula. I need to pull a picture. Oh, it's incredibly Ursula looking. Oh, it's so funny. I'm trying to find a good picture. Okay, I got one. I got one. Do you see it? Do you see the resemblance? I see the resemblance. Oh. I was trying to get like a standing one, but sitting is the first decent one I saw. Oh, wait. Here we go. I got a much better one. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. You can't tell me that these aren't the same picture. As I was sorry, you thought I was going for a virgin killer? Man, nah, that ain't me. Yeah, that sounds way more about you than it does about me. I was going for ball gown. Oh. Or like an evening gown shape of a dress I have. Oh. Owl. Do you see there is some? Yeah, Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. Oh. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna save this one as Ursula. And we are going to move on to the next one. Oh, whoops, this is inside another folder. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, what if we go for like a floofy ball gown? Like a more of a bell shape. Let's see. It needs to go at least to there. punch a little. No. No, not the Animal Crossing style. It just doesn't look right. Also, Animal Crossing cat don't have booba. She don't got the booba to hold it. You never played as anyone Animal Crossing of Booba. I'm trying to think of the unique female NPCs do. I think at most you get like the animals with body shapes that are very triangular. So like if here's the head, then like they have very triangular body shape. There's some like that. Mainly the birds is kind of what I'm thinking of. But I feel like Reese and Cyrus. I feel like Reese might have a bit of booba. The only other one I can really think of who would is Gracie Grace. And they killed her! She's not in the latest game. I'm so sad about that. I love Gracie Grace. I loved her ripping me to shreds and telling me that my fashion sense was terrible. I miss that so much. And I also miss her fashion. I miss her special stuff. No, Gracie Grace does not have booba. But she sold like the fanciest things. And that's where the third Able sister worked. Until she started her new brand, her own brand. But she was in New Leaf and she sold really, really pretty stuff in New Leaf. And then in New Horizons, they just got rid of it. Like she had a whole on princess set. It was really pretty and I really loved it. And then it got killed. She's been murdered. Absolutely murdered. Okay, so Gracie Grace was her shop. Gracie was the animal. But I miss her. I miss her. I'll miss her so much. I miss the mean animals. Or just them just not immediately being super friendly. I really want to play the old Animal Crossing again. I'm still trying to think if any animals have booba, and I don't think any of them do. Maybe the poodle? Oh shoot, what's her name? She runs Shampoodle. She first showed up in City Folk. No, she has the basic body type. Oh, Harriet. Harriet was her name. She's a cute pink poodle. And I loved her. But no, she also just has the basic triangle. Everybody got the triangle body. Or most everybody does. Anyway. So, what did I do? Whoops. Definitely do like that shape. looks a lot more friendly to the Animal Crossing body shape. And then we could still put a big old bow on the back. Very golden. And then this one could also have little tails. Because what goes a bow if it doesn't have stupidly long tails? And maybe she could have little golden shoes for this one. I was going for the one strap design. I was saying like a bow / flower there. Could. What? Sure, let's try that. Let's start with the black again. We'll have it go over this shoulder. Have it kind of come over like that. Actually, I do just like how that kind of shoulder looks. So I think instead of one strap, we just do that. So that's one option. I'm just redrawing it on a separate layer. Then another option would be, let me bring that down a little bit. Do something like this. I could like maybe have something here. I think my vision for this was not strong enough. No. Could go for like a waistband. A good belt is always nice. We got the bow coming off the bat. With this one, can't see the other part unless it would. No, you really shouldn't be able to see the other half. What if it's more like a halter top? Halter top with gold fringe, and what if it actually had like a gold petticoat? I kind of want it like that. the black would sort of bell out. And then underneath it would be like golden ruffles. And this is how Kat started her cloth design career. Yeah. You know, I've always really liked fashion, especially dresses. Granted, as a kid, I hated shopping. Now, unfortunately, I like it maybe a bit too much. Okay, I think that's actually pretty cute looking. I think that's looking pretty cute so far. Maybe add like a little bit black back into this. It's like gold and black. We definitely got added highlights. You know, what is being a VTuber parent if not just an outfit designer? Unfortunately, it's because when shopping is fun is way too easy to spend way too much money. And I really try to not spend a lot of money. No, don't buy, no. But I don't want to get rid of my collections. I don't want to sell. After Dick Halfmast, you accidentally give a weird name to your Skaven? Skaven? You were focusing on having a name that sounded Skaven, ended up with Lacroix, which you then realized meant the Pope in French. Was too perfect not to keep. For VTuber, changing models is like changing clothes for normies, except it is way more expensive for a VTuber. Like for a normal person, you can just go to the store, buy a few items, and boom, you have a new outfit. For VTubers, you have to commission somebody, be like, hey, well, can you make art, please? And they'll be like, sure, that'll be 100 beans. Or 200 beans or 1,000 beans, and you look at that and you're like, okay, I'm in pain, but okay, done. And then you wait like 3 months for the art to be done, and then you go to Rigger and be like, hello, I have art, will you make a move please? And they're like, okay, give me 500 beans. I am pulling the numbers out my booty. These numbers are coming from thinner, so you know. And they're like, okay, and it'll take like 5 months. And you're like, okay, very well. And that is how VTuber gets new outfits. So it's a little bit more expensive. This part of the OST is very quiet. Be like some and go shopping even without money. It would get a few more credit cards. That way you can always go shopping. Yes. Play debt roulette. Will the collectors come? Can you keep shopping? Will anybody give you a credit card after this? It horrifies me how some people use credit cards. Anyway, here we go. Ruffles! Yippee! I like ruffles. Man, I love black and gold as a color scheme. Ah, yes, increased credit card limit, fill it up, then declare bankruptcy. Profits? This is not financial advice. Financial advice not guaranteed by Clay Cat Co. You've set your own risk. Okay. Black and gold. Someone did do that with a pool. His house was foreclosed. Gee, really? I like black and gold? What? That's crazy. Yeah, you know, it's almost like that's my new color scheme or something. Weird. Weird. Okay. I think I'm probably gonna go with this outfit because I just like it. it makes the happy chemicals. Usually go for green and gold or green and red, depending on the day. Good color combos. Good color combos. Especially if it's a nice emerald green and gold. Those two can go beautifully together. Something pink and green. Those can be good too. Okay. I'm gonna call this one party dress. And for the last one, I think I'm going to show you guys the outfit I had originally planned for Kat. Although there is another one. Here, let's save this. I think imports, image. I should do no background. No background. Ta-da! Look how cute she was. This was my very first sketch of Crystal Cat. I still love her. She was originally going to be like a black cat. Yeah, the crescendo got a bit loud. Yeah. He was trying to blast the ears. I'll turn it down like in a little. But you know, sometimes the BGM just do that. Yeah, she didn't change all that much, like overall design. Really just color scheme. I had her a little bit more orange as well at the very start. Ah, here we go. I found it. I'll just open up a new tab. So she was a bit more orange at first, and then I decided to go more gold instead of orange. She was a look of, I'm cute and will stab you if you piss me off. Perfect fit. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, this was the original. I still think she's very, very cute. But this was the original dress. I was going for a very like original Animal Crossing outfit. Here, I'll see if I can find one. It is about time for our break. You know what? I'll snooze the ad. It's fine. What if I just go to clothing? I don't want New Horizons. I want clothing. Not even New Leaf. Not Wild World. I want the GameCube game, please. You know what? We can go to New Leaf. New Leaf is pretty similar. Well, Wild World would have been more similar. Okay, maybe just basic Animal Crossing. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I wasn't inspired by a particular shirt, but there's one that I remember. It was pretty similar. There were a lot of shirts that were just very basic gradients. I think in my brain a few of them just kind of combined together to make like a thing. So where'd it go? There's like this one. So that's the straw shirt. And then this one was a sunset top. And this one here is one that I was thinking of. This one is the yellow gingham. Or gingham. I still don't know how in the world you're supposed to pronounce that. And then there's also a citrus one. Like just kind of take all those, smush them together, and that's where you get that. Especially if you look on one of the cats. I don't want the kid or cat. Villagers, want your kitter. Animal Crossing. List of villagers in Animal Crossing. Just show me a kitter. There's Anka. You know, the most famous for unfortunate reasons. But the one that I always remember is Tangy. I adored Tangy. And when she showed up in our town, I was so happy. Where is she? Tangy! Tangy, where are you in this list? It's almost like it's in alphabetical order. I have to scroll. There's Tangy. Okay, I found her. Okay. Like, look at her. Look at how cute she is. Look at how cute she is. I love her. And they always have like just these little triangle dresses. And I love them. They're so cute. I have loved Animal Crossing for a very long time. That is why my original character is very Animal Crossing based. And that's also kind of why I went with like a very kind of basic Animal Crossing dress for my main outfit. The rice bowl dress? It does look like a rice bowl. I see it. Okay. Anyways. It is time for a 3-minute break. So, please get up, get a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you need to do. And when we get back, I will draw one more outfit. And then, yeah. And then we'll render. And once that's all done, maybe game. That's not gonna happen this side break though. Okay, anyway, 3 minutes. See you soon. Welcome back. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. We are going to put the party dress away. The party dress goes away. And, oh, man, this little pumpkin elf is so cute. I kind of want to do the pumpkin dress again. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do the pumpkin dress again. We're gonna do pumpkin dress because I think is stupidly cute. So pumpkin dress is going to go into a different fold. Nah, whatever. Whatever, it'll be in here. Take that darker orange. Let's start with that. I'm just gonna do that again. And you know what? We can break the rules. We can pretend she has a little booba. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Everybody loves a little booba. Anybody who says they don't love booba is a filthy liar. Let's see. That's where the waistband will be, so it'll fall out. Around like that. You know, if this was a humanoid model, I would be worried about Twitch TOS. I'm so glad I'm a cat. You know, cats can get away with so much more than humans. Okay, that looks fairly pumpkin-y. Was it a black belt? Yes. Let's probably come up a little higher than it used to. Have it really be like an underbust sort of thing. I'd be fine with the paper doll aesthetic I use as a background. Even a human. I mean, probably, since I don't exactly draw, you know, the detail. Would probably be fine, but still. You hate the word aesthetic. You can never write it without a spell check. I understand. So that's a bump there. There should be another here. And there. You know, I'm definitely going to make myself a Halloween outfit that is a pumpkin dress. I have to. I have to. Like, it has to happen. I need it. Let's use Tangy's color for the highlights here. Let's just lock the opacity really quick. That way I can color over the arms without worry. Let's go back to the orange. Twitch TOS is actually pretty lax, just that too many people play toe the line. Plus, Twitch is not good about actually letting people appeal things. There's a lot of cases where people have to like basically brigade on Twitter in order to actually get an appeal. And if you don't do that, if you're small, then it just don't work out too well sometimes. Because unfortunately, YouTube especially is really bad about this. What's that saying? Something about appeals. Oh right, auto moderation. A lot of them use auto moderation, and unfortunately that does not go very well for content creators, especially when they say, oh yeah, we totally had a human look at this, and they very much did not have a human look at this. And I do certainly agree that far too many people try to toe the line. They're like, I'm totally within the letter of the law, when they are clearly violating the spirit of it. And it causes issues. And unfortunately, people like that kind of make problems for the rest of us. So, you know. Like with the whole thing where they were like, okay, you know what? Artistic nudity is fine for, meaning like figure studies, like nude figures for studies are fine. People did not take it that way, and you suddenly had dicks and furry porn art everywhere. People were like, yay, we can draw nude! Let's draw porn! It's like, no, that's not what they meant. They meant like figure drawing. Like figure gesture drawing. That's what they meant it for. Not overly sexual. But people ruined it immediately. As people tend to do. Anyway, that's my TOS rant today. Plainly, you can draw things that aren't allowed as a VTuber model, or that you aren't allowed to wear if fleshy. I mean, which is perfectly fine. Because it's more just that they don't want people wearing extremely sexualized outfits. And unfortunately, a lot of people start commissioning their VTuber outfits with wrong ideas in mind about what's allowed. And so, when the TOS kind of became a little bit more clear, they started freaking out. I should be in shadow. Touch under an arm. One of the people you follow draws pretty explicit stuff all the time, and he's fine because the line for art is really high. Gotcha. I don't know, maybe in the future I'll do more figure drawing on stream. But for now... I'm gonna stick with this. I mean, in general, I do kind of try and keep my stream very PG-13. With gore kind of being the exception. What was the kazoo version? Oh. You fully agree. It should be lighter for VTubers and real people just because one of them can have wardrobe malfunctions, the other can't. Yeah. Well, not in the same way. Like, right now, I could accidentally, it would be accidentally, but I could make my model nude just because that's how I have my toggle set up. Because I have to turn off one outfit in order to turn on the other, and they use the same body base. So, you know, technically you can have wardrobe malfunctions as a VTuber. It's just more difficult. But you can't have them in the same way. Like, you can't have a nip slip. You can't do that. But you can accidentally hit the wrong toggle and have things accidentally not be there when they should. So, you know. Melody has been banned for, well, Melody is an extremely lewd VTuber. She is adult-oriented, shall we say. Which is slightly different from what most VTubers do. And I use the term slightly very... It ain't slight. I mean, a lot of people do thirst trap. It's true. It's not rare for people to do that. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think that is really cute. And I don't want to overwork it, so... We have pumpkin dress now. She's on the other side. Yes, it's really fun to see her go slow when she has a new model because she doesn't want to press the wrong buttons. And that is why I have a stream deck, and that is why I label everything. Because at least on my stream deck, I can't like press something and have it be nude. That's not a toggle I have on there. I'm sure Melody has one for that. I'm sure she does. I do not. Okay, anyway. A little bit more shading on the belt here. Haru! Thank you for the raid! Alright, welcome in Raiders! I am Katara Kalen, art enthusiast, life 2D artist and rigger. Cat girl extraordinaire, rock-brained cat girl. And, you know, we're just doodling. I'm drawing a new profile picture today, and I am currently trying to decide what outfit I will use for it. Granted, the outfit's probably not going to be seen, Although I did just realize that if we go with this outfit, she might look a little naked in the profile picture. So maybe we shouldn't go with this one. Or I could add straps. I could just add straps or like a mesh sleeve. That could be cute. But Neko, welcome in. Left to Dragon, welcome in. Steve, welcome in. Just Loots, welcome in. Lakatui, welcome in. Bilski, welcome in. How was Fields of Mystria? How was Fields of Mystria? I want to play the new update. I am slightly resisting for no particular reason. I just feel like I have so many things to play right now. But man, I love that game. Did you end up doing anything else, or was it just Fields of Mystria? I'll bring this boob out a little bit. Smidge. There we go. It's cute. Let's get your brain back into the game. I understand. I completely understand. Sometimes it can take like an hour just to remember what you're doing in a farming set. Like, what was I doing again? Be slightly pain. Raiders, if you do need to raid and run, please don't let me keep you. Do your after stream care. Get up, stretch, get more water, or tea, or coffee, or whatever you're drinking. And we will be here when you are ready. Or if you need to just go, I understand. Okay. I don't want to overcook this. I'm happy with the pumpkin dress. You played until you upgrade your barn. Let's go! Does anyone forget to upgrade next time? Is there a particular kind of animal you're putting in that one? Okay, so there's the pumpkin dress, there's the party dress, and then we have business casual, or the fluffy dress, which is based off of my main fluffy dress. But we're wearing the orange dress today. Was there another one? No, I think it was just those four. Yeah. Alright, and I don't know, should I still do this one? I could still do this one. We still haven't even started buying bunnies or ducks or alpacas. Oh no! You're too focused on getting the colors of the animals you have. I just want to warn you, if you're trying to get all the seasonal animals, they can only be conceived. I do say conceived because of the colors chosen at, well, the day after you give the biscuits. So after you get the pet biscuits, that's when the color's chosen. Basically when the pregnancy timer actually starts. So the color's chosen then, and they can only be seasonal in that season. And that is only if the baby's a tier 6. It is not a guarantee that the baby will be a tier 6 when you are breeding 2 tier 5s or a tier 5 and a tier 6. I'm just warning you now. It takes a while. It takes a while. Where's my list? I have a list. I had to write down what I have of each color. I need to scroll up far too much to find this. Where is it? Where is it? It must be getting close. Gotta be getting close. Yes, yes, that's all the con pictures. Tasty food. No, still not there. I really should have put it somewhere other than my scrap channel. That would have been smart. Maybe I should have just looked this up. My list is in here somewhere. I'm trying to find it. That will ease your mind and then you can switch to the next animal. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, I am trying to basically do them all at the same time. It's a lot of animals. I have a barn for each type of animal and they are all at full capacity. Yeah. Ah, okay, I found it. Okay, so the ones I am missing are chickens, spring and summer, cows, spring and summer, ducks, spring and summer, horses, spring and summer, rabbits, spring and summer, sheep, spring, summer, fall, because I got the sheep to tier 6 just a little bit after the others, and I didn't quite get a fall baby. Capybaras, spring, summer, fall, alpacas, spring, summer, but I got winter for all of them. Yeah, I was very happy I got winter for all of them. It was close. It was close. The chance is not very high, so I basically have as many trying to give birth as I can at any possible time. I feel like a barn for each animal, but it sounds like too many barns. The entire top row of my farm is completely covered in barns and coops. Completely. Haru, are you gonna stick around for any length of time? Because I could just show you really quick. It's a little bit of a disaster. Unfortunately, I really like showing off my farm. But, you know, if you need to go, I don't want to keep you. You're safe for a bit? Perfect. Okay. Perfect. I need a small break from art anyway. We're gonna leave it on the art tab though, because we're not gonna be here for long. I'm not gonna play a full day. I'm not gonna do that. My current farming sim addiction is Grimshire. Alright. Continue. This looks very, very low on audio. I'll have to turn that up. Oh yeah, that's super low. Audio. That. Maybe everything else was just really loud. Okay, never mind. We're gonna leave that. Competitive breeding. I'm warning you guys right now, I am a tryhard with these games. Okay, so I'm currently on year 3. I kind of sped through year 2 a bit. So, yeah. Anyway. Anyway, this is my equipment. It all has speed boosts. When I made these, gold was the highest tier I could make. I haven't played the game in a while. I barely played the dating update. I got distracted by other stuff. Did I hear about the Star Saint Island? No. Oh yeah, so this one has HP theft. All my other tools have stamina infusion on them. So, there's that. Oh yeah, these are all my chests. They are all attempted to be sorted because unfortunately I am a hoarder. It's a problem. These are sorted by color. So those are just normal. These are browns. Actually, those are the somewhat bread. This is my flour chest. This is my food with infusion chest. This is my green chest. And these are artifacts, more artifacts, artifacts and fish and bugs. And these ones all got very messy because it's very, 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 very hard to keep them all intact. Also, giving people likable and lovable eggs is the main thing. So this is my farm. It eats a lot of energy every single day. These are my animals. I love them. I love them all. They're all beautiful and wonderful and precious. And I run out of grass. They demolish the grass. The grass can't grow fast enough. This is a fall chick, or a fall ducky. I love them. I love them so much. This is a winter bunny. I love them. I love them. And just a pink cappy. Yep. I love them all. So, this is the Cappy Barn. Cappy Barn. So, Cappy Cove. And then we have Bunny Business. Duck Pond. And the Hen House. So I have all the coops on this side. And here's my greenhouse that I am very, very slowly filling up. Oh, hello, owl. Spooked me. And then here are my barns. So this is the milk barn because I couldn't think of good alliteration for cows. And this is the Baba barn. And then the fluffy barn for the sheepies. Or sorry, for the alpacas. And then the clip-clop barn. Because again, I just couldn't think of good alliteration. All my horses are just kind of standing here. I have to cut this off so that it can try to regrow, but it's so slow. Like, oh, I just don't have enough food. So I have to buy food for them. I swear I lose money on my animals. But yeah, that's... Oh, and I saw you were wondering about clothing earlier. So these are the hats I have unlocked for now. Sorry, I know I'm kind of going through it pretty quick. I've bought everything I've run across. Except for like the super expensive shop. And then these are the glasses I have, or the face accessories. I have all the hairstyles I could buy, which I feel like those are probably the easiest to get. You're obsessed with the crowns? They're so cute. I love them. Shirts. These are the ones I have. So, definitely not full. But given that the game is still early access, I didn't really expect it to be. So, I'm sure there's a few more I could buy at this point. A fairy-like dress? This one? It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. This one feels very Haru. This one's a spring festival dress. So. Oh, you haven't done the festivals yet. Oh. Yes, enjoy. And then there are backpacks as well. You can't really see them right now, but there's a few. Also, there's a broom, which I think is really funny. It's a broom. too many shoes yet, but the broom is pretty cute. You could be a little witch. So yeah, that's. Oh, in the paints. Sorry, almost forgot about paints. So if that helps you out a little bit. What was the outfit I was wearing before? I don't even know. I'll go back to my witchy outfit. I like this one. Yippee! But yeah. And this is my horse torrent. Because I had to. But it's a lot of animals. And pretty much as many of them as I can have pregnant at a time, I have pregnant at any time. So yeah. Oh, and I have my animals named after themes. So my sheep, they are all named after insects or I want to say cephalopods, but that's not quite right. It's kind of like ocean insecty type things. I was running out of names, so. But we've got bee, ice hopper, krill, locust prawn, roly-poly, scallop, shrimp, snow king, and wasp. And then the bunnies are all named after nuts. Or, sorry, not nuts. Wait, no, they were nuts. Yeah, so we had almond. I don't know why you're baguette. Cashew, chestnut, gavin, pecan, peppercorn, walnuts. Cappies are all trees. So we have beech, birch, cassia, lilac, linden, maple, pine, poplar, silverleaf, willow. And then horsies are all alcohol. So we've got Ashton, Borgata, Cassis, Champagne, Horchata, because there is alcoholic horchata. Bralder, Rionda, Sake, Sangria, Shimmer, and duckies are all root veggies, or sometimes just basic veggies, because I run out of names. Arrowroot, carrot, shoga, daikon, dill, gold potato, oka, potato, scornzera, ube, and then my cappies are all flowers. So we've got calla lily, cornflower, daisy, honey, hydrangea, nemesia, nightshade, snapdragon, snowdrop, and sunflower. And then all my chickens are bread. So we've got bun, gingerbread, macaroon, pancake, panko, poppy, pumpkin, rye, skirt, strawberry, because, you know, we can definitely have strawberry bread. It's not cheating, I swear. And my cows are fruit. So we've got blackberry, blueberry, coconut, golden raspberry, Harold, Moo Bell, because I had to have a Moo Bell, pepper, and pomegranate, and snowberry, and sumac. I keep saying and too many times there. And that's my animals that are out. I have a hard time bringing myself to sell them, so I have a lot of them in the daycare too. But husband, I've been resisting the urge to look up liked and loved gifts, so that's why I don't know any of his likes or loves. Island is the other one that I'm going for, because I think he's very cute. So yeah, unfortunately, like, the one thing I'm not a tryhard on is relationships, so those tend to suffer for me. That's why none of them are maxed out, despite this being year 3. But yeah, it do be that way. Better than you? What year are you on? Oh, and Loaf is my cat. He's my little boy. I really want more kitty decorations. I really, really want more kitty decorations. I don't have very many. I see. You just got to year 3 spring one. I see. Yeah, mine's very late game. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and in my greenhouse, these are all forageables. These are just here for money. Yeah, we're 2 days apart. Like I said, I'm a tryhard. You really shouldn't be comparing yourself to me. There's a reason why a game like Grimshire, where if you're not extremely efficient, people start dying, is extremely addicting for me. Yep. Anyway. Exits desktop. It shouldn't have saved. It better not have saved. But yeah. Okay. Back to art. Back to what I was... Back to actually being productive for a little bit. Anyway. I love that game. It's so good. It's so good. Alright. Do we render out this one or do we do the last dress? Maybe we do the last one. So let's take maybe this. Yeah, let's take that. And it's gonna be a tank top dress. I'm just gonna have it go all the way to her neck. But anyway, I hope you continue enjoying Fields of Mystria. I definitely think is a very, very good addition to the farming sim genre. We'll just have it like that. There we go. Very simple. Fields of Mystery is also one that I play just on my own time, which means I can wiki walk as much as I want. And I can just stay on a pause screen and make spreadsheets. I'm a filthy spreadsheet creator for my farm. You mean to play on your own time? Don't force yourself to. Like I said, I haven't even been touching the game for a while. Unfortunately, Rabbit and Steel has very much been taking my time recently because the new update is fantastic. And I have just been having a lot of fun with that one. And we're just gonna draw over all that. I'll redraw her arm lines. You remember drawing everything down for Stardew, right? I use the wiki so much for Stardew. For liked gifts and stuff, I've been trying to not do it as much for Fields of Mystria. But you know, what's actually really fun is that I use the Stardew wiki for Fields of Mystria sometimes. Mostly because of the crop charts. Because the months are the same amount of days, which is pretty standard for a farming game. And a lot of the crops have the same growing time and growing patterns or at least similar growing patterns. So I'll use the Stardew crop charts because they are phenomenal to help me plan out for Fields of Mystria. I feel like maybe we should bring this into like a V-neck. I think it might just look a little better. Even if very traditional Animal Crossing doesn't do that. Have any of you guys played the original Animal Crossing? And by original, I mean the GameCube. Because that's the one I grew up with first. You wish? Okay. What was your first one, Haru? Because I got New Leaf once I had a DS. I didn't get Wild World. I remember talking to some girls that had Wild World, and I was so jealous that they did. Because I was like, man, you get to take it wherever you go with you. I have to play it at home. Oh, New Horizons was your first. I see. You know, that might be for the best. Because then you don't notice the things that are missing. You're just like, yay, content! Instead of being like, man, where's this person? Where's Gracie? Where is she going? How am I going to be told that my fashion sense is trash without Gracie here? And you don't notice like the missing sets and stuff either. So just enjoy it. Enjoy it. You bought New Leaf after New Horizons came out because you wanted another place to play. I understand. You want your villagers to trash talk you, right? Right, they're too nice. They're too nice. We need the trash talking back. The people yearn for the verbal abuse. We yearn for the verbal abuse. Why won't Nintendo give it to us? Let's do this. Yeah, that's about what I wanted. More or less. Now let's take a darker orange and do the same thing. Okay, and then come back to the lights. Pull out the spray brush. Is that too much? Maybe a little bit too much. Alright. How should I do the shading on this one? That they owe you, or okay, sure. How much? $2,500 missing from the work order. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Oh, the joys of being a business owner. You know what? I feel like I should just shade on a different layer and just use like overlay for this one. Flip, overlay. Actually, I prefer soft light. Okay, we'll do that. Maybe overlay. Soft light. We'll do soft light. And this dress is just super bright. We're shading white. Maybe I should have just done the gradient with the brush. Oh, that's at least the texture. Man, why is it so hard to shade a cone to look like a cone? Where'd the light come from? It's coming from up above. There's just not that much to add. It does kind of look weird when it's only the dress that's shaded. Okay, so we could do this one, but I mean, is there really a contest? Because pumpkin dress is just so much cuter. And I think if I just put a little mesh top on underneath, it'll work. And it won't look like Monkey. So again, this is for a profile picture. The focus is on the face. Focus is in the face. Yeah, that's pretty cute. And we'll give her little leggings too. Unfortunately, I have to redraw. Unless I just put this on darken. Never mind, didn't work. Okay, back to normal. It's fine. It'll work. I'll come here and just pull that back out a little. Oh, and let's see, for mesh. What exactly would the texture be on that? Let's do the dark charcoal. I'll just draw on like a sort of fish net. Let's see if this works. No. It doesn't. It does not work as well as I had hoped. Maybe if I did it in the pencil instead? Let's just take pencil, black, and logos. No, I just don't think the fishnet is working. Unfortunately, just not working like fishnet. I feel like I need to look at actual pictures of it. What the crystal cat doing? She trying to draw a fishnet and ain't working. Yeah, no. Nope. Instead, we just cover the whole thing. Cover the whole thing and then reduce transparency. And we're just gonna go with that. Okay. In general, I am attempting to draw a new profile picture. That is the goal for today. There we go. How about that? You see, very fashionable. Yeah, that was the hope, but just kind of turns out like this sometimes. Alright, well, Locust, congratulations, you were here just in time for Beam Rider. Because it is time for our 3-minute break. So, everybody please get up, get a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you need to do, and I will see you all again very soon in 3 minutes. Nah! Man. I got a bite. I got a bite of snacky and just not enough. I'm trying to think how I want to do the shading here. Because on one hand, I just have so many layers right now. You're off your game today. It's okay, It's okay. I can't always hit the cat right when she comes back. Let's turn off all the references. And you know what? I think I'm just going to. What letter is that? I think it's empty. There's a sketch. Okay. I'm gonna take all these. Throw them into another folder. Put a layer on top of that. Take soft light. Clipped. And now I should be able to just shade with wild abandon. Yippee! Ah, thank you. Thank you. Now I can see better. But hello, Tim. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day today. We're drawing a profile picture. At least that's the intent. And unfortunately, because I shaded the dress already, I don't want to accidentally double shade it, but it is what it is. Work was surprisingly good today. Good, I'm glad. Happy to hear it. There's some eyeshadow. Working up the crystal insides. We'll do some overpainting after all this. It's also maybe going to color the line art. I'm not entirely sure on that now. You're really liking it so far? Thank you. Of course, gotta shade the inside of the ear. As you do. Let's take some medium gray to kind of buff this out. Okay, so it's a little visible. Brighten it up just a smidgen then. Well, hopefully, you know, the profile picture is the part that I'm the most nervous about. Because I know the model looks fine. Like, I've stared at her for so heckin' long. I know she looks fine. Even if not quite where I was hoping she would be. But she's good enough. She good. She's pretty good. But the profile picture, that's always going to be the first thing that people see. And that's like what people are going to think of as, oh, that's like if they're not in stream. Like, oh, that's Kat. That's Katera. It's like I gotta be careful with it. Especially because this is the point where as soon as I change it, that's when people are going to be confused. They're gonna be like, who the heck is this person? I don't remember ever following somebody who looked like that. It's like the most important piece of art. Grandma, what big eyes you have. Yeah, they're kind of huge. But I ain't a grandma. How dare. How dare you call me a granny. Show some respect to your elders. Kids these days. So rude. Shadows in there. I don't know. I don't know how I want to handle the eyes. Man, eyes are hard. Just give your head a break from the headphones and lurk. The art is cute. Thank you, Haru. Thank you again for the raid. Take care. I hope you enjoyed your snackies. Oh. I'm gonna bend that out a little. And by blend it out a little, I mean blend it out a lot. How do I get that smugness looking right? Definitely gotta get the lips a little bit of shadow. The upper lips a tiny shine. The bridge of the nose. Of course, under the nose is a little bit of shadow too. Shine, please. It's there and up here. And right here. Pretty much on top of the cracks. Should be pretty light. Man, why did I make myself a design like this? I gotta do this to myself. All these little details. extra rifle. Yes, the furnace would be bringing the oxygen in the house. Ah! I mean, unless it pulls from outside, but same. No, music didn't stop, just got extremely quiet again. I'm pretty sure it's in a loop. Which is quite fitting considering it's Outer Wilds music. I like I need to give her face more texture. I also need to figure out what in the world the background is gonna be. I have not figured that out yet. Which might be a little bit of an issue. These transparent backgrounds do not always look good. Man, this would have been so much more of a pain to shade without the overlay tool. Or without the overlay blending mode. It would have been better if I did do it that way, but you know, sometimes it's nice to just take a shortcut. Zoom tight. What was that? That was my owl. My owl's home today. Okay, let's add white. White for the crystal. microphone's not exactly pointed where you guys can hear him terribly well. He's been talking occasionally. Maybe I should grab that focus sticky and put it on my own forehead. I think that's a base. Like a base life 2D item. I mean, not live 2D, but a basic YouTube studio item. I think I did the big crystal wrong. You don't look quite right. Maybe it's okay. I think it's fine if the shading's a little choppy on this. Like, not perfectly smooth. Shadow right here from that crystal. Something more like that. Is that from distance? I feel like the shading of the dress is just so much different from the rest. What's the one at all? Unfortunately, head shading is difficult. Definitely inside of her ear, and the crystals need more, just more pop. Darks aren't dark enough. That's what I'm seeing. Going to take the line art and put it back on top. Or maybe just a copy of it. And then erase out the parts I don't need. What is red? Man, I know I've said it before, but I love the wheel. Hey Jewel, come in. How you doing? Glad to see the rebrand didn't scare you off. There. Okay, now let's take the blender. And is this one I normally use? Man, I don't remember right now. Just to bring it a little bit. Yeah, I think the red adds a lot. It's a small thing, but I think it helps quite a bit. Let's go ahead and add some into the ear as well. Maybe more red. I get that cave vibe. I think I need to lighten up this part of the ear. Let's go here. And why shading gotta be difficult? Why art gotta be hard? Like, come on. Why does that be difficult to take things from your brain and put it on a piece of paper? Like, what's up with that? Still just not. This is man. Faces. Face is hard. Oh, I asked this a little bit before yesterday, but have any of you guys been checking out the Next Fest? The Steam Next Fest. Last night I downloaded more games than I am probably going to have time to play. But I did get to try out one of them. It's one that's been pretty popular. I saw it run around a few months ago. Oh, sorry, I missed the bongo pants. I'm sorry. But it was a sledding game. It's super cute. It really has the same feel of VR chat. Oh, got you addicted to that raccoon demo. I have to try that one still. He sent it to me because I was asking if he found any good ones. I haven't had the time to try it. I might see if I can try some tonight. Owl's got D&D, so I'm gonna have time to just play some stuff on my own. Uh-oh. What did you forget, Owl? Oh, that you have D&D tonight? Yeah. Good luck. You will do fine, I believe. I believe in you. I trust. What's the name of that sledding game? Sledding game. It is just sledding game. It's so cute. Right now Steam invites don't work, so if you do want to play with people, you do have to give them the room code, which it took me way too long to find, but is in the upper right corner of the, like when you open up the menu. So like if you hit escape, it's in the upper right corner. It's so cute. It really made me want to go sledding again. It's just something I just haven't really been able to do ever since I was a kid. It also doesn't help that this year we just did not get enough snow. Which is very, very sad and very, well, depressing, really. And I don't expect we'll be getting much more. Just given the time of year it is. I feel like I'm overworking this. Hi Bill, welcome in. And yep, there's snow in the sledding game. Watch out. Love the expression on this piece. Yay! Good. Do you think it'll work for a profile picture yet? I think she's getting there. It's a slow process, but we're getting there. Am I going to do anything for the background? I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the background. I feel like I should do something, but I just don't know what. If you got suggestions, I will happily hear them. But I got nothing right now. The raccoon game is fun. Okay, I'm going to have to check that one out now. I have to. Both of you are saying it's fun. Booba shading. I'm covering it up. Just to fix it. How are you doing today, Bill? A geode background? Oh, that'd be difficult, but you're right. You're right. You know, I got some textures. I use as a shortcut. Maybe we'll use those. Unfortunately, Canton is a lot of work. Is this the texture blender I normally use? It is the texture blender I normally use. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's what I like to see. And don't worry about the line arcing covered. I'm gonna fix that. Tired and busy, has to stay late for work. Just got back and took some self-care. I'm gonna leave for a Survivor 50th season watch party. Have fun. Good luck. Enjoy. I didn't realize Survivor was still going. It's on its 50th season. Oh. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but is that actually the current season? 50? 50 seasons? That's absurd if it is. You know, sorry, Princess Kaguya, how she was born from Peach. You're imagining that, but with me in a geode. What do you mean I am a geode? You see the crystals coming out of my head? You know, I thought I was a normal cat until they started poking out. And then I lost an ear. My left ear, it just broke off and these crystals just took their place. And I'm sure that's gonna happen to my other ear. It's ridiculous. Crazy. You're not ready to learn how geode cats are born? You know, that's fair. I won't force you. I won't force you to learn. But I'll have you know, I looked like a normal cat right up until recently. No, you don't have chat twice as loud for me. It's okay, you don't have to yell. I can hear you just fine. You know, cat hearing is much better than human hearing. Usually. We do need to be careful with really loud sounds because I really don't want those breaking a little bit more pieces off of me. Has it just been art today? Yeah, pretty much. I took a small detour into Fields of Mystria to show off my farm. This is the wonderful Haru rated in. And since she was playing Fields of Mystria, I wanted to show off mine in return. There's too much over here. Oh yeah, otherwise just art. Just trying to work on this. We drew a few different variations of the outfit. Or of outfits, I should say. It's the raid of Harune Sumire. Sumiraid! Sumiraid! Pumpkins. Pumpkin. I just really want to try the pumpkin dress. Okay. Flip. Okay. What did I do wrong? Tail definitely needs more shading. Same with the leggings. I feel like the belly here might need to be filled in a little bit more dark right here. Yeah, that's a little better. Just pull that out more. And then I'll take maybe that color. Is this the Outer Wilds OST? It is. Ooh, that is too bright. Okay. Maybe more like here. A little bit of highlight. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have the echoes of the eye as part of the OST that they're playing. It's only been base game, which is a little sad, but darker, a little more desaturated. The transition here just doesn't look right to me. Miss Haircut? Yeah. Yes, baby girl. Bring over Apple's papers. There we go. Alright, one Kitcher Cats. She has her own chair and she can enter the office whenever she wants now. I don't have to have the door closed. It's great. Was that the end of the OST? Pretty much. Okay. And you know what? I think we're gonna go back to my normal OST that I always listen to when doing stuff. Yippee! Oh, she's so cute. I love her. Let's bring the opacity back up. Please. Please. I need that lighter color. Please. I feel like I'm ruining the paint job. Too much color. I like this brush because it blends really well, but please, it's too much. I bet you guys will never guess what game this is from. I feel like that's just better in this case. Pretty sure it's from Squirrel with a Gun. Damn, how do you know? can't trick you, Snow. No, I like the Booba window. Or not really the Booba window, but like... Maybe I'll just draw it back in. So, I'll start with it like this. I'll just add the highlights. The game about two dudes named Nick? That's crazy. What game that... Is it the game called A Game About Two Guys Named Nick? Or are you referring to A Way Out? I've never played A Way Out. Or not A Way Out. Is it A Way Out? It's by the same people who made another co-op game, well, 2 other co-op games. I can visualize them. I can't. It Takes Two and Split Fiction. Is A Way Out the same people? Oh, you're just being silly and doing a wordplay on Tunic. Damn, you're right. It is Tunics. You're right, you're right. I should have got that. Okay. I feel like that looks a little better. Spot. Yeah, maybe something like that. You know, I started doing the shading on the tail one way, but I think I want to change it. So I want it to be fairly right up here. It's like tilting down this way. Careful around the dress. I don't think the tail looks great. Let's try to be a little silly perspective there, but no. Just ain't quite working. His fluffy tail. All tails must be fluffy, it is the law. And if they are not fluffy, they must be scaly or sleek. But all kitty tails must be fluffy. I know tails can be whatever, I don't care about those. But kitty tails must be fluffy. I pulled that up too much. Ah, but the skirt's kind of already like that. Oh, sorry, music is loud. That's the bad part about Tunic. The audio really... It is this. It goes woo, 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 all the way. Ah. I moved my window on accident. Chocolate syrup brush? Really? That's more orange. At least I see it as more orange. Let's see what I did. Fill that in. Okay, good. Good stuff. Good enough. Didn't want... do just a little bit on the edge here. Give it a little bit more. More like it's curving in. I imagine that painting with this brush is pretty similar to how oil painting is, where it really picks up any other colors that it passes by. This brush is so nice. It's so nice. And it's just the basic chalk brush. Random fact of the day, Canada has an amendment to the law where saying sorry is explicitly not an admission of guilt. Oh, that's so funny. It's also extremely Canadian. And I love that. I love that for you guys all. So as a Canadian, how do you feel? How do you feel about that? I also saw your other random fact of the day about in the US, conjoined twins. If one is innocent and one is guilty, they cannot be sent to jail. And I find that hilarious. It really makes you wonder just how they end up deciding if they are guilty or not, or if both parties are guilty. If you're not, we'll be sorry. Oh no. A few more highlights on the dress. That's too much. That's way too much. Please. Just want a little bit. Just a smidgen more, please. Just bring that opacity down. And then I can use it. Honestly, just from a legal perspective, it's pretty smart. The sorry thing, kind of like an extension of the Good Samaritan law. I just think it's pretty funny. Or a pretty good idea just because you know, it's very stereotypical for Canadians to say sorry a lot. And so just having that as like, no, it is not an admission of guilt to say sorry. Verbal takes are not an admission of guilt. I just like that. I just like that as a concept. Okay, this one does add a little. Canadians tend to say sorry as a way to diffuse potential situations. Doesn't matter if we are or not. Someone bumps into me. Sorry. And move on. You don't care whose fault it was. Yeah. 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 No, I get it. I pretty much do the same thing. And I'm American. Yeah! Unfortunately, a lot of people really like to do the sorry, you don't need to be sorry thing, which is annoying. Or sorry for what? It's like, it's just a thing. It's just a thing to say. Please, stop. Anyway. I don't like people who are pedantic just to be pedantic. They annoy me. They annoy me greatly. Here's the question. Do I bring the liner back? Or do I just redraw it? Because I kind of just painted over all the line art. Well, not all the line art, but most of the line art. Or even is the line art? I don't even know. There it is. Nope. Yeah, I do kind of need to flip the face. Yeah, no, we do kind of need it. Let's duplicate this. And just bring it to the top. Ah! Look at all that. But in general, I think it helps. And then we'll just erase and redraw parts. And that'll work. Her sister tends to over-apologize, like apologizing because she overcooked the food lightly. Like, you weren't even expecting you to cook. Don't apologize. I say thank you. That sounds like something I would do. Where it's like, no, it's not perfect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, anyway. Break time. Break time. So get up, get a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you need to do. I need to stand up. And I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Okay. I'm back. We're back. I got a small bite of food. Ah! it, Orca. Man. Why am I king him cheese? Might rebrand, but some things won't change. I mean, I didn't expect them to. Like, new model, new art style. Shame on me. Is how you show your excitement that I'm back. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Stupid gnats. No, it's gnat season. I hope I collect all the points you guys toss my way. Ow. So I can put my coin machine. If I had a coin machine. I don't got a coin machine though. And I don't think my local bank takes bells. Unfortunately. Okay, and I want to redraw this line as well. So we're deleting that one. And this one needs moved out a smidge. I wonder if I could just push it up with the liquify brush. Nope, that's looking messy. Okay, just don't. Maybe just don't. That's messed up. I know, right? Like, why don't banks just take bells? It's a perfectly legitimate form of currency. Why is that 90? Pawn shops take golden bells, but they'll shortchange you a bit. Man, I don't like pawn shops. Yeah. Oh, the raccoon attack, no! It's too dark. I feel like my lines might be a little light for a profile picture. Just because you're going to be viewing it like this. Oh no, maybe it's okay. Maybe they're fine. You know, pawn sorcerers, 4chaners would call them asking for Battletoads, which is no business being there. This is not that kind of pawn shop. Anyway, after a while, they ended up buying one and putting a $4,000 price tag on it. Okay, and what is Battletoads? Okay, I don't know what Battletoads are. I'm missing important context. Okay, please. Thank you, Bill. Please call your guy who knows what Battletoads, or about Battletoads, or who knows Battletoads. A crappy SNES game by Rare is known for being one of the hardest games ever. I see. And you know, they probably got that specifically because people kept mentioning it. Because that show, it was made for TV with everything that that entails. Not exactly legitimate reality. I think the easiest way to explain Battletoads would be one of the dozens of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoffs, ripoffs that actually had something going for it. I see. You can do it, hand. You can make this. Ugh. Well. Eh. But bam. Deny. Perfect. Alright, now I get send Flo another message with more band terms. Yippee! Man, Flo is so good at updating the band lists. Like the band term list. It catches almost all the bots so you guys never see them. It's great. Yeah, 2 today. 2 bots in 1 day! It's a present for me! They just want me to be happy. They know I love Bannon. Oops. Let me get rid of that. It's not supposed to be there. It's not a real problem for you? Good. I'm glad. You know, bots are just annoying. I especially think that the way that they have to type stuff is really funny. Where they're like, oh yes, type this out and remove the space because so many people have links banned that they have to write theirs like that. Otherwise it will show up as a link and it'll just get automatically banned and will not pass through any filter. Once you pulled the joke of copy pasting a bot message. Yeah, don't do that. You will get banned. I don't even look at the username. I just straight up ban whoever posted it. I ban and report. So, if you want to get reported as a bot, it's a great way to do it. I don't recommend it. Okay. I need to refill in some of these, but otherwise that worked pretty well. I do need to put a little bit more detail into her eyes. One day when we get in and you'll be in the main whatever random old game you were playing will crash from the alt tabbing. Yep. It do be that way. And that's why you need mods. That's what mods are for. Or when you can't do it yourself. Just gotta find somebody you trust. Yep, Blood Bowl just straight up explodes. I'll be able to draw this one shot. Alright, let's change the paper color. Let's make it blue, just because I have no blue in here. So it'll make it very obvious where my holes are. That's on the dress layer. Here's a smidge. And crystals. A little bit more the head. And the last week, the average game you played is 23 years old. Dang. Wait, how old is Blood Bowl? I didn't think it was that old of a game. What games did you play? It was 2009. Oh. Man, that doesn't even seem like that long ago, but then I actually look at the date, and I'm like, oh, yeah, right, that, yeah. 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 It was a while. It was a while ago. Blood Bowl, Resident Evil 2, and Illbleed. You were 12 plus 60 million years old. I see. You know, glad you count those 12. Very important. Very important years. I'm sure they were very formative. 2009, 1998, and 2001. Man. Man. Just, man. Man. Time to be passing, huh? Time to be passing. Okay, I changed my mind. I don't like these lines. Not a fan of those being there. What layer are you on? Must be on the original. Where are you? Great, I have no idea. No, it is on the canvas. It is on the canvas. Please. Please. I was on the wrong layer. I was trying to erase on the wrong layer. You're not that old, but you do love old games. Games you didn't even get to play when you were a kid. Well, Kitty would refuse to play Resident Evil anyway. I think Kidney would refuse to play that too. Heck, even today, I don't know if I would. If I play Resident Evil. There's some old games that I'm like, hell yeah, let me add them. But also some where it's like, it's just too jank. Alright, this is... This is where I need to add in... A little bit more. Okay. Am I okay with this? I think I'm okay with this. Terraria is 15 years old. Feel old yet? Don't worry, I've been feeling old this entire conversation. Jump scares aside, Resident Evil does they register as horror for you? Granted, you don't find zombies scary to begin with. I think for me, it'd just be more the jank. It's been a long time since I've even looked at a the original Resident Evil game. Just to see, I don't even know what kind of gameplay it really is, so I honestly don't know if it would appeal to me. And Vil, what old games are those? The ones I would be interested in, specifically, like the one I specifically want to play is Pandora's Box. I have the disc. The disc might have some issues with it though. I was trying to get to run on emulator, but I have not, or not an emulator, but I mean emulated PC, emulated Windows, PC in a box. I'm completely blanking on names. Man, I've been so bad at remembering names lately. But anyway. Pandora's Box. I want to play. I want to play game. I want to share a game with you guys. It's a very old puzzle game by the creators of Myst. It's puzzles within puzzles within puzzles. At least at the later levels. But it's all puzzles. Like, it's just puzzles. It's only puzzles. Like, different types of puzzles. You've got rotating puzzles. You've got basically jigsaw puzzles. You've got puzzles that layer on top of each other. They're so cool. There's also like 3D puzzles. They're beautiful. I love them. I love them so much. I want that game to come back and just be on Steam and remastered. I want to play it. I want to play it with a nice, high, beautiful graphics. I want it. I want that game back. I want it. You know, I actually might just go with the blue background. I think this looks really nice. Okay, anyways, turn that off. We're just gonna group all those up. All these. Okay, be happy. Just be happy about it. And now make a new layer, and now figure out background type stuff. We got big puzzles, small puzzles, tall puzzles, puzzles for kids, puzzles for your goldfish. Yo, we got puzzles, man, puzzles. Is there a fish? I'm sure there's a puzzle with a fish. But it's called Pandora's Box because Pandora opened the box, and inside the box there were a bunch of evil trickster beings, and or specifically one in particular, but you have to go through and do the puzzles to put them back in the box. You gotta solve like each section, and each one of course gets progressively more difficult. But they're so cool. I love them. I love them so much. Okay, anyway, I want my textures, please. Where are my textures? Textures, assets. Where is it? Let's see. This one. This is the one I use all the time. What image? This is a texture I use a lot. We just changed the color. And wow, look at that. Ooh, man, glow dodge just makes things so pretty. Pandora probably just wants some cool puzzles. You're right. Or add glow. I'm loving that add glow. That's so nice. Hard light's good too. Vivid light. Ooh, linear light's really nice. Divide's pretty cool. Brightness is good too. I don't want to think too hard about the background, so we're just gonna... You know, I'm loving hard light. Yes, I like hard light, and then we're gonna change the color. If you want gold, this is how we get gold. Now she gets lost in the more red. She does really pop out from the blue. So that might be the choice. I like the red, but she doesn't pop out for it. I think I like this slightly tealy blue. Is it too much? I feel like she still gets lost in the background a bit. Okay, maybe soft light would be better. Or vivid light. Maybe I just need to put like an outline around her. Like a heavier outline. You prefer the blue ones, Maybe there was a way to do this where you can make like an outline around something. It's like an outline layer. Here we go, border effect. Aha. It's there. Okay, the watercolor edge kind of disappears, so we'll just go with an edge. Always uses the top color. Ugh. I feel like the blue and purple background. Gotta head up for your function. Thanks for your stream. Look forward to more Rebrand week. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know about Friday though. I know I put it on the schedule, but I kind of forgot that next week is a bit crazy for me. So, and there's something I gotta do out of the house, either on Friday or Monday. So I'm debating. I'm debating. Have fun at D&D. I will tell Owl that you said that. Dang, okay, that purple looking real nice like that. I'm gonna just like stretch that down. That's the color. That's the color. Let's turn that edge down. And let's duplicate you. And where is it? Eyes. Goals, layer 11. Okay. Nope. Nope. They're looking kind of crazy like this. Oh, okay. Let's make this a bit smaller. Texture. I feel like about there. Maybe multiply? Honestly, I feel like multiply is pretty good for this. Color dodge? Color dodge ain't bad. Maybe just soft light, that way it keeps the brown. Okay, vivid light looking pretty cool though. Or just brightness. I think I prefer brightness over overlay. Okay. Alright, what do you guys think? Obviously the background is very busy. Like, very busy. Might be too much still. What would happen if I... Okay, yeah. Mouse off, grab that, new layer. Throw it in here. Put those back on. Just bring that down opacity in general. Maybe change paper color. Okay. It's a little less harsh now. She needs a spot where she's standing. Maybe like a really soft outline just around her. Just again to help her pop just a little bit more. Cater extraordinaire, rock in the head, Kaolin. No, it's rock brained. Rock brained. Not rock in the head, rock brained. Rock brained cat girl extraordinaire, clearly. I don't know if it's better, that's okay. I think it is. I'm going to say it is. All right. As you wish, rock for brains. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Flo. Okay. Now I go to the image. That's where I put her. Okay. Sassy cat, yeah. Yeah. Is she very sassy? Alright, now I go Twitch. Account settings, profile picture, upload photo. Find a picture. And now zoom in on the face. And hit save. Okay, it's done. It's done. It's done. Okay, I'm kind of second guessing the eyes now. Yeah, okay. I think I prefer without the eyes. You know, sometimes you just gotta look and be like, yeah, no, I don't actually like that. It's just a bit too much. Okay, I think that reads better. And now I change it everywhere! Well, I can change it after stream, but it's done. It's done. What do you guys think? Does it work? Is that acceptable? Oh man, I've been drawing for a long time today. Ugh. Oh, it's 5. Okay. I did tell Owl I won't go past 5 so that he can talk with his DM and get his stuff figured out. You like it? The question is to you? I think so. And if I don't, then I'm gonna make a new one. So, we'll find out. We will find out in like 2 days. After I've stared at it and been like, man, does she need tweaked more? Alright, I am tired though. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I did wake up early. Earlier than I would like. Really? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys are hearing Safi now. We're gonna be ringing Safi. I forgot you guys can hear that. Oh, let me make sure I save that. Save! Save the picture! Come. Come. Me. Honestly, I'm probably gonna play some game demos. Yeah, I can't be streaming while I was doing D&D. I can't be doing that. So, yeah. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna try to maybe get some emotes done. That's kind of the hope. Yeah, we might see about doing some live 2D ones. We might just do some flat ones. But I want to get some emotes made so that you guys can actually, you know, see the new model and all that. And, you know, finally have some new emotes because I have been extremely bad about getting those out. But now that we have a profile picture, that's kind of like the last super important one. Although I do need a Fugi. But, you know, I can make an animated one. I can make an animated one with the model, so well, maybe we'll do that. I think we could do that. But yeah, we're gonna raid Sephi. I keep forgetting that she changed how she spells her name, so. Alright. There are the 2 raid messages. First one is for subscribers as always. Second one is for anybody else who would like to raid along with. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC for more art. Alright. That's it. Goodbye. Goodbye.